All right, what's up, Tycoon? Super excited for today's video. We're going to be taking a look at Sofi. Sofi's got earnings coming up on Tuesday, and I'm going to be charting this up, over the weekend, a pre-market for you guys, so that way you're prepared when it happens. Okay, so we'll go ahead and look at the first pattern I have right here shown up, and this is what's known as an inverse head and shoulders. Okay, we have our left shoulder right here, we have our right shoulder forming right here, and we have our head right here. This is a bullish stock pattern. And what we would need essentially, right, is we need Sofi to break this level right here. This is going to be our neckline. Okay. And, once we start trading above there, we have the potential to see bullish activity, this inverse head and shoulders play out and take us up to like 1238. All right. Now, will Sofi do that? No, I don't think so. And I think that this level could be invalidated. I'm going to show you guys why real quick. We're going to take a look at /ES, which is the S&P 500 futures. And, we closed here, all right, up here. And, the futures have dropped about 2.5% since then. If we look here, it's down 2.23%. And, the futures are trading ahead of the stock market, obviously. Okay. So what this means is that stocks on Monday are going to, if this trend continues, right, if it doesn't recover and we're not back up and the futures, by the time we open on Monday morning, if the futures aren't back up at these levels, then most of these stocks are going to be much lower, right? So we'll go ahead and look back at Sofi. And, I think that this inverse head and shoulders may be invalidated, right? Most likely we're going to gap down. And what I mean by that is that the stock essentially is going to go from this area right here where we closed, right? And it's going to gap down somewhere probably along this previous support level right here. Okay, so that's what I think is going to happen. And this will, that's just what you need to be prepared for. Okay, so be prepared for Sofi to open up lower, all right, than 1067. It's probably going to open up closer to $10 even, if not lower on Monday. All right, so be prepared for that. But the main thing, and if you've been watching my videos on Sofi, then this is what we're looking for. Okay, this is a bullish pattern right here, these two white trend lines. This is what's known as a descending wedge or a falling wedge, right? Descending triangle, depending on how you want to call it. But, I said I gave you guys two ovals where, to look for an entry on this bullish pattern. And, it was right here and right here. And Sofi did fall, but, what we did was we respected, and we are respecting this trend line here. All right. So as long as we're respecting these two trend lines as support and resistance, we're going to wait for the breakout of this pattern to really give us an idea of where Sofi is going to go. But the potential for it is really good. I mean, we have earnings coming up. If Sofi kills earnings and we break out of this pattern, Sofi could head up to like $14, $15, possibly even as high as 18 if we see some really crazy stuff go on. But I doubt that will happen. Now, I don't mean in one day. I just mean like over, a nice little bullish recovery, right? If there's some bullishness and then they happen to kill earnings and smash it, then that'll, be really nice to see. But what we have to keep in mind, okay, is that Sofi currently, the price that it's at, we can drop easily 20 to 25% and still be in this pattern. Okay. So, if Sofi doesn't crush earnings and it completely tanks and we drop down, we'll zoom back into the 1 hour chart a little bit. And, let's just say all of this fear. Okay. There's so much fear in the market with the whole Russia-Ukraine situation and, the crisis going on over there. There's no secret about that. And, if people are just really scared of that and they're not wanting to invest in anything, there's a huge potential that, Sofi could drop really, really hard. Okay. So these are the patterns that you want to watch out for and be aware of. Okay. I think that this inverse head and shoulders will most likely be invalidated. But, I want to see, are we going to rally and break out of this trend line on the top and, go bullish? Or is Sofi going to, maybe do bad on earnings and drop back down to this previous, support along that trend line there? Okay. If we look at our daily chart, overall, I do think Sofi is approaching some really, really nice long-term investment levels. And, the daily chart is reflecting that a little bit. We have some bullish divergence. I have a divergence tutorial in the top right-hand corner of this video. but I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick rundown. That's essentially when, if we look at this trend line, it's clearly going lower. Okay. We're on the bottom of the stock chart, so these are lower lows. It's making a lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, right? But if we look at the RSI, we are making higher lows continuously each time. So what you kind of want to do is you kind of want to play along this bullish divergence trend line. Okay, now this is not some golden indicator that every time we come here and touch the support line, go all in on SoFi and we're going to rally. But this is very nice to see. And if you notice, most of the times on the stock chart, when we bottom out here at this trend line, that's when the RSI is testing our bullish divergence, and then there's a small 2-day pop afterwards. Okay, 1-2 days. If we look here again, 1-2 days of bullishness. So stocks don't always have to repeat patterns, but I mean, look at this pattern. Every time we test this bullish divergence, we get a couple days of bullish activity. And if you're a day trader or swing trader, this is great stuff you want to see. All right, so thanks for watching this video. If you want to join the Discord, trade with us, you'll gain access to the Discord right here. And this is the circle of opulence, where we go over a lot of stuff in here. That's kind of like the main chat. We have the call outs where people basically and this is where all the money is. Okay, this is where we're telling you guys what plays we're getting into, at what price, what expiration date on the options contracts, and we're letting you know when we sell as well. All right, so you're getting buy and sell alerts. There's suggestion plays, stock suggestions. We have nest eggs. Okay, these are kind of like slow cookers essentially. This stuff is working good. All right, if we look in this play right here specifically, he got into this play and has been slowly selling a portion of his contracts over time. I think he originally got in this play back in early January. It's been a month now, so it's really interesting to see, and I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot. We're making a lot of money in the Discord. We got people joining every day, and it's really, really good stuff in there. Okay, so you're not going to want to miss the Discord. Use code Zachly, like the channel name, and get yourself a discount on the membership, and the link to join is in the description below.